Alright, I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. I was going to run X-Plane 12 tonight, but I think I'll run that next ride. I came down from Vancouver into Kelowna here, or Kelowna, and the ride was amazing, so I'm going to do the ride heading on back. The way back took an hour and 13 minutes from this airport, so I got all my paperwork. We're pretty much ready to go. Hey Jackson, how's it going? So how about we get going? I do have a couple of charts there in the back for you. Oh, you know what? Let me give you the CDU as well here. So Westjet flight 349 from Kelowna to Vancouver. They did this ride in an hour and 13 minutes at flight level 240. We're going to see just how close we can come to that. They did runway 34 on the way out, 8 right on the way in. They had Marty 5 on the SID and then Canu 5 on the way in. So we'll see just how close we can come to that. Aircraft's cold and dark. I just got in here, so let's get going. Alright, DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gear is down. We've got 3 green and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar set to test. Master caution reset. Fault in up. And overheat fire. Alright, ground power is available. Let's get on ground. Confirm with the AC selector. Let's get set for unconditioned air here. And galley power is on. IRS selectors to nav. Emergency exit lights are on. Let's just cycle that trim air switch. And enter our present position. Why are these monitors backwards again? I think it has to do with that program that pops out all my panels. I have no idea why it reverses it, which means you don't have the right one, or I don't have the right one. Yes? Yeah, my keys don't work because it's that keypad, right? Yeah. And I gotta see if I can switch these around. that's following along now. All right. I think I know what that is. These two monitors get mixed up when I run Duet for my tablet. So I actually have to run the virtual control panel before I run Duet, or else it reverses my screens for some reason. Very strange. Alright, that's good. Let me have that back. And we should all be good now. I miss anything here? Jackson, I got Jackson sneaking in here. You get in here before I do. I don't know how you do it, but you get in here before I do. Hey, Skywise, how's it going? And Drolic Dreamer, hey, some regulars we got in here. Alright, let me enter present position and keep on going here. Alright, and let me have... Boy, that radio sounds nasty. Let's see if this frequency is any better to listen to for background while I'm doing all this. Must be the weather interfering with the radio. The weather out there is not that great at all. Alright, so we are at CYLW. We're at gate 9. Not in the database, really? Okay. Alright, so that's in. Let me have some pressure here. Flaps are up, and showing up on the aft overhead. We'll give them the logo and position lights. And we'll set the brakes. Okay, leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off, reversers are extinguished, EEC switches are on, guarded, crew oxygen is 12,000, passenger oxygen is normal, guarded. Flight recorder test. Mach speed 1 and 2. Stall warning. 1 and 2. Okay, 3 green on the landing gear, PSCU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. Oxygen flow is good. I'm doing good, Skywise. I hope you are. And let's check the lights. I'm getting 2 rides in today, so it's definitely a good ride for me. Or a good day. Although I am a little winded. But it goes with the territory. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. I guess there's no transmissions there. Alright, that's good, that's good, that's good. Alright, lights are good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, all the flaps are off guarded, spoilers A and B are guarded, your damper is on. VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal. Source selector is auto, control panel is normal, fuel temperature is fine. Crossfeed check is good. Pumps are off. AC/DC panel is set. Equipment supply and exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No spoken seatbelt signs are on. Window heat. And run the overheat test, TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. We can turn that off now. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. We have 3 entranceways open. Test, test, test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panel is zeroed out. Temperature is fine. Reset the master caution. Overheat test. And we are good. We are set for unconditioned air. Today's ride is 24,000. And check the outflow valve. Alright, our lights, we're going to use the left igniter for this ride. And our lights are good. Alright, let's get ATIS clearance and then program the flight management computer. What did I miss? Wow, 2 years? Really, Jackson? Wow, that's amazing, man. Congratulations on your, what would it be? Anniversary? Cool. Hazel Tom. Depends on when I'm flying, Tom. I prefer MS 2020 with the PMDG during the daytime, and the Zebo mod at night with the X-Plane 12. So it depends on whether it's daytime, nighttime flight. Oh, really? That's pretty cool. I flew in here earlier today. That's why I'm doing a reverse flight, because it was pretty cool. The view was amazing. Or else I would be back in X-Plane 12 for a night ride. But the view coming into here was just amazing. It looks like it's pretty socked in now, though, even worse than when we came in here. So hopefully we'll have something on the back end when we get into Vancouver. All right, let's get ATIS here. And do we have a frequency here for ATIS? What do we have on the charts? I don't see anything in. Oh, I just brought that down. Hopefully that'll come back. I keep forgetting I'm using Duet, so you have screens back there, and I just closed it. Come on, open up. Don't make me get out. I'm winded here. Oh, good. That's back. All right. Let's see. How can I do this? All right. Yeah.
Okay, then taxi ahead on Bravo onto Echo and on Echo hold for the runway 28. Bravo, Echo.
And what do we have here? 127.5. You're not going to give me ATIS, are you? All right. Well, let's just say we got ATIS. Let's see if we can get clearance from them. Kelowna clearance, Westjet 349. Looking for IFR clearance to Vancouver as filed. Let's see if we can get it from them. Nope. Okay. They're out. It's not working again. So we're going to tune in a regular frequency and just keep going. I did it again, son of a... Oh, that came back quick. It must know I'm an idiot. Alright, let's program this flight management computer here. Alright, let's get the route in. CYLW to CYVR. Alright, and WJA. Alright, 349. And we've got runway 34 on the way out. Alright. And 45. On the arrival, we have, oh, actually I can show you that right here. Here's the Model 5, and then on the back end we have Cancun 5. Right, and they're using 8. Right, we're going to use the RNAV-Z. Did I miss it? And what do we have on the way in? I think it's Venlo. Let me just check. Oh, I almost brought that down again. Let me give you... Take a look at that. And that's coming into Vancouver, yes. 5. Venlo. I thought that's what it was. Alright, let's have a look. Make give you... Alright, did I just move this thing? Yep, fat fingers. But his second ride isn't going as smooth as the first one today. Come on, give me that. Alright, so where's my low data sheet? Where'd you go? Oh, I think I know. Now, let's see if it's back. Now it's back. Okay. Alright. Now, what the hell was I working on? Oh yeah, we're gonna check the route. Okay, Suvex, scanned, Possum, Novi, Merit, and then Vitam should put us at the end. Alright, Merit, where are you? Booth, right, Vitam, Steve, Lane, Mills should be up next. Seabog, and then Vinlow, and then we're on our way in, right? Let's have a peek at that. And then from Vinlow, I don't know what that's all about. That's interesting. Well, let me put it in over it. Well, we're just going to have to keep an eye on that. Let me take a look at the chart here anyway. Ah, damn it, I did it again. I got to wait for the screen to pop back up again. Get some air in here. Alright, let me have charts now. What are we doing at Venlo? 263 on the way out. Right. P-I-N-L-O. And we're looking at 263. Put that in there as a friendly reminder until we get vected. Alright, let's take a look at the rest of that now. Lane, Mills. And oh, we're on our way in, and then the hold is in there. Alright, that's the only thing that's weird on there. I don't know why it's flipped to the other side. That's really strange. A little wonky there. Alright, now, on the way out. What do we have here? So, Pusam is the only restriction we have. We need to be 220 or below. That's already in. Everything else is looking pretty good. And that was Q5. Alright, we're looking at Vivet 210. Right below 210. Lane 250 between 10 and 14. Basra above 10. Seabog above 8. Eplex above 5. Vinlow 210 above 3. 210, and we need to be above 3 actually, so that will be, that's fine. And we'll even make you the same. And hold. Alright, that looks good. Alright, let me give you, and let me look at the same thing here. Alright, let's get our payload in here now. Payload, what's our zero fuel weight? 122.2. I put this in because it distributes everything for us. Only 8 in first class this time, huh? Alright. Cheapos. Alright, payload, and fuel is 13.4. Alright. So we got a zero fuel weight of 1222. Our final reserve and alternate is 5328, so that's going to be 5.4. Cost index this ride is 35. We got a flight level of 240. And what's our cruise winds? Yeah. Top of climb, we're looking at 236 at 16. That looks pretty good. We're not going to derate. And the CG was 25.1. It's going to be a flaps 5 takeoff. Now we have an upslope on this runway of 0.5. Oh, it's got the 340 in there already. Oh, I like that. And let's get our winds here. I believe they were nothing, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 0 at 0. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. 144. Alright, that looks pretty good. And let's get the descent forecast in here. We're at what, 24 this ride? We'll do 20. 15,000 and 10,000. Alright, let's give me top of descent here. Where's top of descent? Top of descent, and we're looking at 7. Went too far. 7 and 2991. All right. And at 20, 254 at 19. 15,000 is 241 at 17. And at 10,000, we're looking at 242 at 14. And that looks pretty good. Let's come back to the map. Route data, request the winds. On cruise, I could put them in, but I can't tell if that's working or not. There we go. And this other stuff we don't need. And one more quick peek. Make sure I didn't screw anything up here. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense right there. And then the hold. Okay, that looks good. Alright, now let me give you the charts too. And I don't think you're going to need the CDU anymore. Can lose that. Let's go back to, wow, that's enough air. Yeah, I try to give everybody some 2D stuff behind the seats, broken zone. When I'm in X-Plane 12, I can give you a lot more. I can give you what you see on the right there, the CDU, but on the left seat, I can give you the primary flight display, the nav display, the upper and lower multifunction displays, the CDU. So I give you a lot more information that way. So that's going to be up next because I'm going to do some night rides after this. All right, that's all looking good. Let me get, what do we have here? Dump that. Fat fingers. And I just want to grab this. And, oh, that's set from before. And this is, I don't know why that's not set. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Have you. All right, so that's set, that's set, that's set. We've got you here. Towers 119.6. Right, and 121.7. That really doesn't matter actually since it's not working right. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. That's not working right. I'm having issues with SayIntentions. I may have to roll back. I'm using the latest version. Doesn't seem to want to work correctly here. Alright, let's dump that. Alright, so this is set. Let me have, oh, I didn't do that either. I've got no lights here. Let me grab these lights, turn them on. These that I have here, the panel brightness is what controls the lighting. But this gets controlled from the 3D panels. Yeah, they just popped on. So I have to do that from here right now. Hopefully that'll change in the future and they'll just be on all the time. Alright, that should be good now. Alright, let me have terrain. Terrain, position, data, airport, and station. Yes, okay. I'm on the master. You're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. Right, we're looking at 339. And we're going to head straight up. Very good. Alright, that's good. Nose wheel steering is normal. Got it. Let's check this here. I'm going to want that. Lower. Auto flight. Alright, primary flight display. Artificial rising is level. Ground speed is 0. 45 on the speed tape. V1 is 132. We've got engine out 144. Heading is 339. Local pressure is 1013. Decision height is 1719. And we are cleared up to 24. I've got terrain on the nav display. Let's get you in and reset the fuel flow. N1 is auto, speed reference is auto, rejected takeoff. That's all looking pretty good. Let's check the bottles. Cargo. And let's run that test. That should be done. And are you good? Yep, okay. And no fuel in the center tank. Let's get ready to get on out of here. Relatively short taxi. We're going to runway 34. Get these doors buttoned up once we're on APU. For some reason, if I start removing chocks and doors, I lose power, even though I don't request to take the power off just yet. So, we're not going to touch the doors until we're on APU. Hey Chris, how's it going? Welcome. We should be out of here in just a few minutes. Today's ride's a Westjet flight, Flight 349. They just ran this in the real world. It ran a little bit late, actually, because of the weather. So I needed this ride in an hour and 13 minutes. From gate 9 to gate 13 on the back end. We'll see how close we can come to that. Are we up here yet? And let me have the progress page. Today's ride's 238 miles. Relatively quick run. And then I think I'm going to get set up for X-Plane and get some night rides in. Don't know where just yet, but maybe we'll come into Kennedy. Maybe we'll do the Parkway visual into Kennedy at night. That's a pretty cool view. Nice right-hand turn coming in on short final. Should give you a good view out that window. All right, APU is up. Let's confirm with the AC selector. And let's say that's been a minute. All right, let's get buttoned up here. Let's close these doors. And let's remove that, get rid of ground. We're going to back out on our own power. Every now and then when I use pushback, I get locked up and I can't move the aircraft. So I try not to use it. This is going to be an interesting back out here though. Alright, we're all gone. That's it. Stairs are gone. Chocks have been removed and the ground power's gone. Alright. So, let's get going. Packs are off. Isolation, anti-collision light is on. Yep, and start number 2. Southwest 4912, contact center 133.55. 3355. I'm not going to hold that out. My shoulder's bugging me. Oh, in New York as well? Yeah. I'm over on the West Coast, though. Up in Canada. But the weather here wasn't all that great either. Alright, that's stable. And isolation auto. And we're starting number 1.
Southwest 2011, climb and maintain flight level 320. Climb and maintain flight level 320, Southwest 2011.
Center, Falcon 192 Golf, Level 4-5.
Falcon 1922 Golf Center, Roger. City must have been. Southwest 2011, climb maintain, flight level 360. Climb maintain 360, Southwest 2011.
All right, that's looking pretty good. And you're off. All right, we got a clean board. All right, let's get that clock going. We're just going to get right on out of here.
Southwest 2669, for closure, flight level 360. That's good one.
Close enough. All right. Give me that. Give me you. TA Auto. Let's have a look here.
So 37, climb maintain, flight level 340. Not the 340, up to 37.
I will take that back. Hot exterior lights as needed. APU is off. Master caution recall. We got a clean board. Flaps all set. Transponders TA auto. Weather radars auto. Flight controls are free and clear. All right, and we are heading to 3-4.
Scale 5315, contact number 32.62.
3266.
Down to 3710,
Don't know what we're going to see on the way out, boy. It's pretty nasty.
Chairman 14, contact number 32.62.
3262, Chairman 14.
Rodeo 733, contact center 132.62.
3262, good day, Radio 733.
Brewing 840, say get it.
340, 840.
840, speed 280 knots, 067.
All right, slow, not expecting speed 280 for 840.
Octave 1367, clear, direct biker.
W Biker, garage 57, I can put final number 400 on the west.
Octave 1367, garage climb maintain, file 400.
Okay, final 400, thank you, Octave 1367.
Good afternoon, Allegiant 70C is 1000, climb to the ocean, 1 at flight level 192.
270, climb maintain, file 380.
Climb maintain level 380, 38 for Allegiant 70C.
Southwest 3710 is doing normal speed.
Normal speed, Southwest 3710.
Chairman 840 is doing normal speed. Scale 3454, contact flood 125.9er.
759, scale 3454.
Give me 40%.
Who's that?
Stable. Toga. Thrust set. Airspeed active. Check. Throttle hold. We're stable through 80.
Cylinder 3652, on the right.
Gear up.
Southwest 3406, contact center on 132.05 minutes.
Now let's see how she does here. We're pretty much straight out. We got a little turn coming up, but not much. We can lose that.
40565, contact center 132.05.
That looks rather nice out that left window. That looks pretty cool too. A little bit of a flicker there though. Looks like there's an aircraft below us. Flaps 1. Flaps up. And he's actually being shown on TCAS. And I changed nothing. All of a sudden it's showing up. Go figure. Interesting. Man, what an eerie view out the window. Wow. Man. Eerie and dreary. Kane, we should have 12.3 with 12.5 on the fuel. Oh, the light coming up over the mountains there. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. The drones, if the government actually doesn't know what they are, then fighter jets should have been sent immediately. I think the government's full of it. I think they know exactly what they are. I don't think they're being truthful with us. I wouldn't be surprised if they're ours. And they're all doing some exercises, you know. With that said, though, I still don't believe that we're alone in the universe. I mean, I'm not saying that there are aliens on this planet, but with the trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of planets that are out there in the various solar systems and universes, I think it would be pretty naive of us to think that we're the only ones that made it. That's 10. But yeah, they should definitely go after them. Well, I think someone lost a drone. Someone had a drone trying to track one of those drones and chase him, and I think they lost control of it. They went into uncontrolled airspace, you know, where the regular, everyday Joe drones actually, they don't work because they get jammed. But the other ones that were in there weren't being jammed, so, and they're in a military spot. So that tells me that that's all the earmarks of the government. I think it's the government. Wouldn't surprise me if they're flying vehicles and they're a freaking Army or Navy or aircraft personnel and their pilots in there from the Air Force checking them out. They're making them for civilian, right? Taxis they're talking about all over the place. I think Bali even has them overseas. So in Dubai. So I can't see why some of the rich people over here can't have them. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's what we're seeing. I don't think it's unworldly, though. All right, Pusam, we should have 11.8. We're 11.8, right on the money. Wow, what a view. Man, the clouds look great. And we are 353. 2, that is. Another beautiful ride. I think they're on because they're in regular airspace and they don't want some schmuck in a Cessna slapping into them, you know, knocking them out of the sky. Plus, I think FAA regulations require it. Another reasons why you would think that this has something to do with us. Why are they using red, green, and white lights? Right? So, you think the aliens would care what color they are? Or would have them set up that way? They wouldn't care. They probably wouldn't even know. So, just too many coincidences going on that I think it's the government. And they're going to fess up one day saying, yeah, it was one of our projects. Wouldn't surprise me. Notif. And 11.4. We're 11.4. We're right on the money with the fuel. 8.8 when we get in. Got another 16 miles top of climb. 2:10 to go. Once we clear this turn, we'll let them run around. But it's starting to open up nice down there. Maybe we'll have a decent view on the way into Vancouver. But if it turns out the government doesn't have a clue, then somebody should pop one of those things right out of the sky and find out exactly what they are. The funny thing is the government tells you, well, we don't know where they're coming from. We don't know who's operating them. But don't worry about it. They're not a threat. You're okay. So you have to look at these people in Washington and go like, really? Just slap them a few times and then put them back in line. I'm surprised. Well, not really. I guess maybe if we start seeing them down south, you know, back where they used to make moonshine, and probably still do, it wouldn't surprise me if Billy Bob dropped one of those suckers if it comes over their property. That's probably why you don't see them down there.
About 3 miles out, you can spot the stunning Shuswap Lake. This beautiful body of water is a favorite among locals and tourists alike.
And we're going to 225. Who knows, maybe 2024 you'll start seeing drones pop up. Going to be an add-on, a drones add-on. And when you get so close, the thing just disappears.
Legend has it that the lake is home to a mythical creature known as Ogopogo, which is said to be a lake monster that has been spotted by many over the years. So if you see
Wow, what a great view.
waves, keep your eyes peeled.
Beautiful.
The lake's stunning scenery and recreational opportunities
Beautiful view.
love and bond families.
Cut that one a little wide.
Enjoy the great outdoors.
When able, maintain 300 knots per grade.
Okay, 300 or better, and we'll cross Julian.
All right, we're inbound Merritt. And you know what? We're clear of that turn. Yeah, let them run around. Let me have a little air in here. It's getting warm. Yeah, there've been a lot of misfortunate mid-air collisions. I remember the helicopter and the aircraft over the Hudson. Quite a few of them. Wow. That looks great. The clouds just like booming up out in the distance. Man. Beautiful.
Present heading, number 57.
So let's see, when did we get picked up on that other chart? Alright, what do we have? Cool, 5. We get picked up at Booth. So about 100 miles we're going to be on that arrival already.
5720, so direct.
Directly to Rancho Compass 5720.
Pretty nice view. Yeah, Chris, this is 2020.
United 1777, contact center on 128.6.
Maybe one day we'll buy 2024 if they offer an offline version.
Club 566, stay Mach. Club 566, round to the street, maintain Mach point 7.
Wow.
Descend and maintain flight level 240, and in the transition maintain 280 now.
240 now, 230 near speed on transition, Delta 566.
Status 6890, descend and maintain flight level 240, and in the transition maintain 280 now.
Going to maintain 240 on transition, but 280 non-status.
And you should be 224 there, Johnny. You're behind the times.
370.
Flight level 370,
And that should be coming into range. What are we looking at here? 79 miles, top of descent. 170 to go. Oh, no. What do you have for me now? I didn't take that one? You sure? All right. I missed the medication. I'll get to it. You know what? We're at cruise right now. Let me go do that. It's the one I don't like. That's why my wife makes sure I get it, because I won't. I'll miss it. But I'll do that on purpose. I'm coming.
That was 5890, contact center 125.65.
Southwest 223 of right report, descent for
223 haven't had any complaints.
awesome, thanks.
December 5720, contact center 125.65.
12565, comes 5720, okay.
Sorry, 2615, 18 for 230. So 2615, climb maintain, flight level 270, and turn, so main on course is only people level 270. 230, down to 2615. So 2615 from the 10 degrees right. I think I got 2615.
That wasn't too bad. Yeah, I have to wait until PMDG gets their aircraft working with 2024 anyway. So there really is no hurry for me. That should be in range. And what are we looking at? And I'm already 10-1. We're at 10.3. So we're doing pretty good on the fuel. 57 miles top of descent. 149 to go. We'll have 8.9 when we get in. Pretty good run.
Okay, for the 350 Southwest, 250.
American 1514, straight direct to ball, Bravo 0 Alpha.
Alright, I think that's enough air.
Southwest 223, I thought we did that on the arrival at time, contact 128.6.
128.6, thanks, Southwest 250.
Alaska 253, contact 125.65.
125.65,
Alright, so at Murdy, that puts us at the end of the SID out of Kelowna. And we're looking at 140 miles to go. 47 top of descent. And the view has been pretty good once we got out. They've been getting hammered with nasty weather all day.
135.15,
Alright, so we're out of here. And we're not going to get picked up until we hit Booth. So we're about 50 miles out of the arrival into Vancouver.
American 1514, and what is normal speed for you? American 1514, what is your normal speed?
Man, I can't get over this view.
Southwest 1899, contact on 128.6.
Man,
26.15.
I know a lot of the younger people getting into flight simulation. You guys are used to some amazing graphics with these other games that you've been playing. But if you're as old as I am, you come to realize that this is a huge jump compared to 4 colors and some stick figures we were getting back in the 80s. This just looks off the hook beautiful. And this isn't even 2024. 2024, I would imagine the mountains have to look a little bit sharper than what I'm seeing here, even though they look great. They do look a little bit too smooth up at the top, though. Some of them. But, man, great view.
Southwest 1951, clear direct to Phoenix. Southwest 631, from Zoom, at maintain, flight level 240, and when able, maintain 300 miles per day.
Okay, 300 or better, and we'll cross Julian, 240, Southwest 631.
44, nice. To go back to 44.
United 1777, send via the Ola 1 arrival, equipment maintain, flight level 240.
70% via Ola 1, flight level 240,
Man, I hope this is going to open up. We're not going to have that much to see on the way in either.
American 491, 17,830.
American 491, flight maintain, flight level 290.
That should be in range now.
491.
And there's Booth. Straight ahead.
Southwest 223, center straight direct to Ebola. 253 is checking on at 380.
Yeah, me too, Skywise. I started with, I think it was DOS 2.1. 5 1/4 inch floppy disk. Long time ago. On an ABM 8088. With full height drives and a monochrome screen. With BASIC. That came pre-installed on the motherboard. So if you didn't have a DOS disk, you could boot up the computer to BASIC with nothing in the drive. But back then you had to know about internal files, internal commands, external commands. A lot of this stuff gets done for you. I remember when I first started working for the fire department in New York, before I switched over to law enforcement, and there was a guy in there boasting about how great he was with computers. And this was when Windows 3.1 was out for a little while. What, Windows 95 it might have been, one of the two. And it's like, you know computers? All right. I boot him up into the C prompt, and I was like, go ahead. Do something for me. Do anything for me. He looked at the black screen with the C prompt and said, I don't have a clue. So change your directory, man. Go to a subdirectory. You don't make a directory. You do something. But, yeah, it's funny. Now the computers are doing more and more, and we're learning less and less. Yeah, they know how to be typed out. What are we looking at here? Top of descent and another 8 miles? Yeah, let's get them back in their seats. And let's have a look at that chart now. Oh, wrong airport, Johnny. And we want Cancun 5, or Canuck 5. We'll be coming in from Booth. And we're good all the way down at 10. I just beat you to it. It was just flashing on there. Reset the... right with you. And this looks absolutely beautiful, and we are on our way down. So that's 27 minutes from the gate, 25 minutes from entering the runway. They did this ride in 1 hour and 13, and we've got another 91 miles to go. Yeah, I still have all that stuff. All my diskettes, have them in a big case. All my books, all my boxes, all the manuals, when you got actual manuals. And that's definitely in range, and that's 23. So at Booth, we should have 9.6. Oh, we're a little behind on the fuel. We're 9.5. But we should have 8.9 when we get in, unless I can't put it down. 86 miles to go. Oh no, a pretty cool ride. Oh, there you go. We're on that chart now. And we're inbound Booth. So we need to be below 21 at, what's that, Vetty? So we're at 21.7 descending. So far pretty good. Right, and at lane, we need to be below 250. Yep, very good.
Compass 572260, sending 240-280.
And the clouds look nice, but I think there's a little too much of them to give us a decent view out the windows, though. All right, let's get up here. All right, we're at 20,100 now, so we're good. That constraint is met. Up next, we need to be a max of 250 knots between 10 and 14, so we're doing pretty good. Then we're holding 10 until after Basra. Then we'll go down to 8. 5, and then 3, 210 at Vinlo. You know what? We're going to go all the way down. She'll obey the restrictions. If not, we'll intervene. Yeah, man, they didn't have much memory. Not at all back then, man. But then again, the programs that were out didn't take up a lot of memory either. And I have a ton of 720K hard diskettes that I cut the plastic off on the other side with a pair of scissors to turn them into 1.44 diskettes. Just by cutting that plastic notch off, you made it writable on the other side. So you pay for 720s and you got 1.44 in storage space way back when, if you knew the trick. Eventually they came out with a tool that did that little notch for you, but the scissors worked fine. I just cut the whole notch out. There's a little square chunk taken out of the side. Worked out pretty cool. Come a long way from there, huh? Dial-up modems before the internet. Yeah, many, many moons ago. What's the matter, Shadow? Too coffee in Canada? You don't want to go for a ride. Let's go around. Stop. We are looking at 95. So the fuel's back looking good again here. And let's get you set. And I do believe you're set already, but let's have another peek. And we're coming in 8 right. We have on the way in from Vinlo. 13. Oh, you didn't set any of this. Okay, we'll go to minimums to figure that out. Missed. Do not exceed 200 knots into Mogig. Climb 6, heading 03. Climbing right to 2000. Direct you grill. Track 196, and then we're going to hold at 52. All right. That looks pretty good. And let's have a look here. Oh, yes, now I remember. Okay, yeah, we're good. Now I remember. That was a little screwy. How are we looking here? And we're going at 240. And at lane, we should have 9-4. Beautiful. A lot of clouds out there. Oh, we got an aircraft up top. All right, we're inbound Mills. We need to be above 10 at Brazza and then 8 at Seabog. So far, it's been a pretty good run. I haven't had to intervene at all. So we're going to be making a left-hand looping turn into Vancouver. We're coming into 8 right, and we're at spot 13, so it's on that side. A short taxi out, and I think we have a short taxi in as well. Wow, peeking in between the clouds, I can actually see the rabbit. It's in just the right spot. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's opened up a little bit, at least on my left-hand side here. So hopefully we can get below this and get a decent view in. We had a little light snow on the back end coming in. It started out with a little rain, and when we were on the ground, it was little flakes of snow. So that would not surprise me. And 265. 93, 93. Right on the money. Yeah, nothing I can do about that. That's the way it is on the charts, brother. Oh yeah, you can see the parallel runways, the approach lights right here. They're going to get obscured now, though.
At our 2 o'clock, just a short distance away, is the beautiful Burnaby Lake Regional Park. This park is a true gem, covering over 1,000 acres and offering a stunning natural habitat for a variety of wildlife, including swans, ducks, and occasionally birds. The lake itself is a popular spot for recreational activities like kayaking, paddleboarding.
I think I might have to lower that a little bit. That's a little bit too loud.
Established as a regional park in 1865, the area has been enjoyed by locals for much longer. The park features a lovely network of trails, perfect for walking, jogging, or cycling, and is a favorite among families and outdoor enthusiasts. And here's a fun fact. The park is home to the Burnaby Lake Sports Complex, which hosts various sports events and activities throughout the year. So if you ever find yourself in the area, it's definitely worth a visit.
Now, as you can see where it's nice and light here, over here you got a lot of darkness from the clouds. With a little bit of peakage going on there. Cool. Alright, we need to be above 8, and oh, we're below 10 now, so let's get ready here. Start paying attention, Jenny. And you can come on up. Above 8 at Seabog, we're at 8,600 descending. And we're 1.5 miles out, so we're looking pretty good. And that's going to be at Booble. Okay. And we could do a deuce. Right, and we're holding at a deuce. So, we're looking pretty good. All in all, another good ride in MS 2020 and with the PMDG. That's just about 40 minutes from the gate. They did this ride in 1 hour and 13 minutes. So, I think we're going to be a little early. Yeah, my first computer was an IBM 8088. a true desktop computer that sat flat, and you had the monitor sat right on top of the computer itself. It wasn't one of those stand-up models back then. But it was cool because the computer was right here, your two drives were right here, and the monitor was right on top. You would think it would have been the other way around. They had to stand up, and now they turned it into a desktop because of all the weight from all the video boards and the cards you're putting in there, yanking and bending that motherboard from all the weight. But I guess you could lay it sideways if you want. All right, we're 5,100 now, passing Applix. So we're looking pretty good. 9.2 on the fuel, 9.2 on the fuel, 8.9 when we get in. Another 27 miles to go. And upon passing Vinlo, we're going to be heading 263. Yeah, it's very strange. After Vinlo, we're heading into Bubble. It's got us looping around to the right instead of looping in to the left. So we're going to take a heading from Vinlo and head straight out as if we didn't get vectored in from ATC just yet. And then we'll swing that left-hand turn and head back in. I'm hoping we get below this. I think we're going to. At least on short final anyway. And and let's start slowing down. Yeah, now she's just swinging over to the left-hand side now like she should. So, let's see if she'll do what she's supposed to do now. Speed's coming down beautifully. A lot of my friends had compact back then. I hated working on those computers. The compacts needed compact parts. You couldn't buy generic stuff back then. And you needed a disc in order to get into the diagnostic stuff. It was such a pain. I hated those computers with a passion. All right, very good. They got us holding at 3. Beautiful. Right on the money. And we're going to 083. Yes. And we can actually pick you up now. 8 right. You should have us there. And give me flaps 1. Let's start slowing down here. What are we coming in at this ride? 141. Oh. Yeah, I remember. I don't know what that's all about. And give me 5. I hope you're enjoying that view. Looks rather nice from here. And we're just about 15 miles out. And on a miss, we're going to 123. And we're holding at 2,000. So that is set. Give me 10. Let's have the gear. Give me 15. And we've got a 9-knot headwind just about. Not bad. Yeah, the clouds look pretty cool. I hope we can get under them and get a decent view on the way in as well. Coming in from over the water. Give me 25. And we go to 30. Alright, so we have lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. And let's see, exterior lights, engine start selectors, continuous EFIS panel. I'm already set up for terrain. And that was, yes, that's it. Beautiful ride. Auto flight system has performed beautifully this ride. Oh, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Yeah, it doesn't get any better than this. I'll let you start getting into the multi-million-dollar stuff. Man, I was hoping we'd have some view on the way in. So we need to be above 2,000 at TAV P, which we're going to be. We're at 2180 right now. And it looks like we're just getting to the bottom of this layer here. So right now we're 47 minutes from the gate. They did this an hour and 13, so we're going to be a little early. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I've got the approach lights and the runways are starting to come into view here. Wow, that sun coming off the water. I mean, you have to squint to look in that direction. Water looks pretty cool. Hi, my bird. I've got control. You're back to a deuce. And 123. We're looking pretty good. Man, what a beautiful approach. The water looks amazing. You can see as if the wind is pushing the water in different directions, gives it that little different shades. Very nice. Nicely done. She handles beautifully. It's amazing. It took me 4 installations in order to get the PMDG to handle beautifully. Not as good as as X-Plane, but she is definitely close. Beautiful enough to fly, that's for sure. But it doesn't come close to the multi-million-dollar sim I've been in. But it is very nice to fly. No doubt about it. Man, that looks fantastic right there. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Continue. Prepare for landing. And we're going down to the end. No, we're not. Settle down, baby. Settle down. Pretty cool ride. All right, let me have you. And we are right there in the corner. In the meantime, let me have you. APU is up. Not yet. All right, exterior lights as needed. We are good. APU start. Yep, we're getting that up and running. Your damper is off. Window heat switches as needed. They are off. Probe heat switches are off. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. Start selector switches as needed. They are off. Auto brake is down. Speed brake. Our speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Auto brake is off. Transponders TA auto. Weather radar is set to test. Very good. APU is up. Let's get on APU. We'll give that a minute. So from runway to runway, that was 50 minutes. So we're definitely earlier than the ride that they did. No doubt about it. And we're right here in the corner. We have gate 13? Yeah. We're right in the corner here. We'll take Echo. And you can come off as well. And we can kill you. No aircraft on the back end again. Interesting. Don't seem to have any aircraft on the back end at any of these airports with FS Traffic Global for some reason. Interesting. I think we're down here right in that corner. I don't think there are any markings over here either. Yeah, airports are pretty lousy in 2020. It's a flight simulator and you don't have any markings on the ground. I know you want to be cheap with the airports, but That's a bit over the top. All right. Anti-collision. Let them run around. Let me have you. Ground services. Set the chocks. Give me ground power. And give me air conditioning as well. Let's see if that's going to work. And let's request the jetway. You going to work? Or you're not going to work? Nope, not going to work. All right, chocks are in place. Parking brake is off. Let's get on ground power. Confirm. We'll get on unconditioned air. You're off, 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 off. And you are on standby. Don't think I'm going to get another ride in here. Nah, I don't think so. So we'll shut all the way down. Electrical power, AP or ground. We're on ground. Bleed air panel, we're set for unconditioned air. The packs are, yep. We're actually shut for complete shutdown. We're ready. Okay, that's good. All right, fuel cutoff. Anti-collision light is off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Check set electrical panel. Galley power is off. We are looking good there. Window heat is off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights as needed. We have position lights. Flight director switches are off. Chocks in position. The brakes off. So let's shut down completely now. IRS selectors to off. Emergency exit lights are off. Exterior lights are off. We are already set for bleed air outside. Engine start selectors to both. APU, well, we're going to give off ground since we don't have the APU up and running. AC/DC selectors to standby and DC battery switch off. All right, that's a wrap, everybody. So for everybody that joined me today, I hope you enjoyed the ride. I had 2 good ones today. And the weather was pretty decent. Would have been nice if we would have had a little bit more of a view on the way in, but you take what you can get, right? All right, let me see what I missed here on the way in. Awesome cloud deck. Yep, I saw that. Can't beat the realism. Yeah, I saw that. 737. I used the max. Nice. Yeah, nothing wrong with the max. Yeah, runway inside. Yep. Cova 880, Mojave Desert. This is 2020. Rebel Cat. Gotta get that flight. Yeah, Chris, this was a pretty cool run. Even running it in the reverse, as I did earlier today. This was a pretty cool ride. Do you not use 2024 because of streaming? Yeah, Rebel Cat. If they ever come out with an offline version, I'll be on 2024 in a heartbeat. I purchased 2024, the deluxe premium package, but I got a refund when I downloaded it day one and realized it's 100% streaming. So hopefully that's going to come in the future, and then I'll be on board day one, and then maybe by then the PMDG aircraft that I use with Device Interface Manager will be available, and then we can get right to flying, which would be pretty cool. Let's see, you've given up on 24 as well? Okay, yeah, I get it, Chris, most definitely. Brandon, are you a retired airline pilot? No, I flew in the real world a long time ago, but that was just small putt-putt stuff. But no, I'm not type rated in the NG at all. No. But I do have all the Boeing books, the manuals. I have studied the computer-based training stuff for the real world. I've been into a couple of multi-million-dollar simulators where I've sat down for a bit. And this flight deck is about as close as you can come before you're getting into those multi-million-dollar sims. I actually have a couple of pilot friends, a couple of Airbus and a couple of Boeing, and I actually met one of them through my dentist, who's type rated in the NG, and when he came in here and saw this, he said, "This is my office from top to bottom." So this is basically 1-to-1 scale to Southwest Airlines if you were running an 800. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's see, did I miss anybody else? I think that's pretty much it. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the run, and like always, man, I always enjoy the company and the conversation along the way, and I'll answer any questions that I can if I have the answers. If I don't, I'll see if I can get them for you. All right, and I'll catch you on my next run, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. But this will be my last run for the night.